The university is among the top 5 institutions in the United States in awarding baccalaureate degrees to African Americans in engineering, architecture, and hospitality management. In the fields of journalism, accounting, marketing, and business, Morgan ranks among the top 20 institutions nationwide. Morgan leads all historically black colleges and universities in the production of Fulbright scholars at 140. In the state of Maryland, Morgan is an invaluable asset to the educational goals and professional demands of its citizens. Notably, students earning the baccalaureate degree at Morgan are more likely to enter graduate school than any other institution in the state, as Morgan exceeds the state average of graduates to continue pursuing advanced degrees. In 2016, Morgan State University marked 6 consecutive years of being named by the Black EOE Journal, Hispanic Network Journal, and the Professional Women's Magazine among the 25 best institutions for African Americans, Hispanics, and women, respectively. Morgan again ranked as one of America's best colleges and universities as listed by Forbes magazine, and was named among America's military-friendly schools and a top institute for military advanced education. Morgan is also considered by the College Database as one of Maryland's best values for affordability and the quality of education. Additionally, diverse issues in higher education identified Morgan as one of the top 100 producers of minority degrees. Entering the hall now is the faculty of the university. Morgan State University has one of the most renowned faculties in the state of Maryland and the nation, in disciplines ranging from the humanities to engineering and science and communications. Our faculty is dedicated to the experience and success of our students, and this is also a proud day for them. Please take note of the academic regalia worn by the faculty. The traditional black caps and gowns worn by the students and faculty in the academic procession have been the historic academic regalia of scholars since medieval times. Because many scholars of that period were members of monastic orders, the academic regalia probably represents an adaptation of ecclesiastical dress. A uniform code of academic regalia was drafted by an intercollegiate commission in 1893 and has since been adopted by the majority of colleges and universities in the United States. Each of the three academic degrees, bachelor's, master's, and doctor's, has its own distinctive hood and gown. The gown representing the bachelor's degree is distinguished by its long pointed sleeve. The master's gown has a longer, narrow, closed sleeve extending below the knee. The arm is passed through a slit at the elbow, and in contrast, the doctor's gown is faced with a wide velvet band, which may be black or a color indicating the general field of learning of the wearer. For example, dark blue is for philosophy, green for medicine, and purple for law. The most colorful and distinctive item of the academic regalia is the hood, which passes around the neck and extends down the back. The doctor's hood is the largest, the bachelor's hood the smallest. Often, the use of the bachelor's hood is omitted. The wearer's field of learning is indicated by the color of the hood and the tassel. Entering the hall now is the School of Graduate Studies. In the School of Graduate Studies are those students pursuing master's and doctoral degrees in a variety of disciplines and fields of study. Among the honors today is the first PhD in mathematics in the School of Computer, Mathematical, and Natural Sciences. The master's degree is an academic honor conferred upon students who have successfully completed 1 to 2 years of work beyond the baccalaureate. A thesis and an oral examination are usually required. The word magister, connected with the qualifying phrase, was used among the Romans as a title of honor, but its present meaning must be traced to the time of the establishment of the oldest universities. The doctoral degree, or the doctorate, represents the most advanced degree conferred at institutions of higher learning in the United States. The Oxford English Dictionary defines a doctor in the academic sense as one who in any faculty or branch of learning has attained to the highest degree conferred by a university. There are two types of doctoral degrees: earned doctorates and honorary doctorates. Earned doctorates are further divided into two distinct types: the research degree and the professional or practitioner degree. The distinguishing feature of the research degree is that it normally requires a lengthy scholarly dissertation, which is usually designed to constitute a substantial contribution to the existing body of knowledge in a field. The most important doctorate of the research type at institutions of higher education in the United States is the Doctor of Philosophy. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the undergraduates are entering the hall. First is the College of Liberal Arts. The James H. Gilliam Jr. College of Liberal Arts. The James H. Gilliam Jr. College of Liberal Arts is the largest academic division at the university, consisting of 11 academic departments and several academic support units, and offering 14 undergraduate degree programs, 11 master's degree programs, and 3 doctoral programs. All Morgan students, regardless of major, take courses and engage in other activities that are housed within the College of Liberal Arts. The philosophy of the College of Liberal Arts is that a liberal arts education is a process that facilitates the development of self-awareness, value formation, and critical thinking through the exposure to the major areas of knowledge, which include the arts, the humanities, and the social and behavioral sciences. The College of Liberal Arts takes great pride in being the training laboratory for a number of future performers, including the university's dance program, theater arts, as well as the museum studies program. The College of Liberal Arts also boasts the internationally acclaimed Morgan State University Choir and the MSU Marching Band. The Dean of the the James H. Gilliam College of Liberal Arts is Dr. Mbari Ngom. Next, entering the hall is the School of Architecture and Planning. The School of Architecture and Planning plays a major role in the revitalization of communities in Baltimore City, the state of Maryland, and even neighboring states. It lends credibility to the university's commitment to improving the environment in which we all live. The school emphasizes the importance of building green as a part of its mission and instruction. Morgan State University is only one of two public institutions in Maryland that houses a School of Architecture and Planning. And it is the only historically black college and university with all three programs of architecture, landscape architecture, and city and regional planning. The school's three graduate programs prepare students to address the challenges associated with systems of the built environment and the integration of those systems with the natural environment. Next in the hall is the Earl G. Graves School of Business and Management. The first Morgan degree in Business Administration was awarded in 1945. The Earl G. Graves School of Business and Management became a school in 1975. Its mission and purpose is to pursue excellence in providing a high-quality management education for a diverse student population and to be recognized as a leading school of business in the Mid-Atlantic region. The Earl G. Graves School of Business and Management is in the top 20 nationally in the production of African Americans with bachelor's degrees in accounting and marketing. The school's business administration and accounting programs are accredited by the Association to Advance Collegiate Schools of Business, AACB, CSB International. Next, entering the hall, is the School of Community Health and Policy. As the first doctoral granting urban practice-based community health program at a historically black college and university, the School of Community Health and Policy provides students with an opportunity to learn community-based participatory research methods to address racial and ethnic health disparities. The school is comprised of three programs: the Public Health Graduate Program, the Nursing Graduate and Undergraduate Program, and the Nutritional Sciences undergraduate program. The current student body consists of more than 500 students at the graduate and undergraduate levels. Next, we have the School of Computer, Mathematical, and Natural Sciences. The School of Computer, Mathematical, and Natural Sciences began in 1998 when the university restructured its College of Liberal Arts and Sciences into the College of Liberal Arts and the School of Computer, Mathematical, and Natural Sciences. Since its inception, the school now offers 8 undergraduate degrees, 5 graduate programs, 4 research programs, 3 research centers, and 2 all-encompassing student support programs. Next, we have the School of Education and Urban Studies. The School of Education and Urban Studies is committed to preparing a culturally and ethnically diverse student body to serve with distinction in the field. The School of Education and Urban Studies is ranked among the top schools nationally for the number of bachelor's degrees awarded to African Americans in education, and is now ranked top among colleges and universities around the country for doctoral degrees awarded to African Americans in education. Next, we have the Clarence M. Mitchell Jr. School of Engineering. Since its inception in 1984, the Clarence M. Mitchell Jr. School of Engineering has earned an outstanding reputation of academic excellence in the preparation of undergraduate and graduate students. The School of Engineering has fully accredited undergraduate programs in civil, electrical and computer, and industrial manufacturing and information engineering, and graduate programs that offer the Master of Engineering, Doctor of Engineering, and Master of Transportation. Morgan is the only university in the nation to establish a bachelor's of science degree and program in transportation systems. The School of Engineering is consistently ranked in the top 10 nationally for the number of bachelor's degrees and Doctor of Engineering degrees awarded to African Americans. Also entering the hall is the School of Global Journalism and Communication. Morgan State University has long had the distinction of an outstanding communications program, and its journalism students have been represented in newsrooms across the nation. From this work sprang the university's School of Global Journalism and Communications, which opened in the fall of 2013. Now entering the hall, ladies and gentlemen, is the platform party. Dr. Milford A. Jeremiah, Chief Marshal of the Morgan State University faculty, is leading the platform party. He is followed by Dr. Clayton Stansberry, the Chief Marshal Emeritus, and Dr. Bernie J. Hollis, the Sesquicentennial Marshal. Again, Dr. Milford A. Jeremiah is the Chief Marshal of the Morgan State University faculty, and he is leading the platform party. He is followed by Dr. Clayton Stansberry, the Chief Marshal Emeritus of the university, and Dr. Bernie J. Hollis, the Sesquicentennial Marshal. The Associate Marshals include Ms. Joyce Brown, Dr. Edwin Johnson, and Ms. Tanya Rush. Other members of the platform party include the President of the University Council, the President of the National Alumni Association, distinguished members of the clergy, members of the United States military, the President of the senior class, special assistants to the President, the University Council, deans of the university, vice presidents of the university, the Morgan State University Board of Regents, the provost and vice president of academic affairs, Today's honorary degree recipients include former Presidents Virgil Cheek, Dr. Andrew Billingsley, and Dr. Earl Richardson. Today's commencement speaker is the Honorable Lieutenant Governor Boyd K. Rutherford. The Honorable Senator Benjamin L. Cardin and the Honorable Senator Chris Van Hollen. The Vice Chairman of the Board of Regents, Reverend Dr. Francis Murphy Draper. And finally, the President of Morgan State University, Dr. David Wilson.
Thank you very much, Mr. Melvin Miles and members of the Morgan State University Band for the processional music. And thank you, Dr. Edwin T. Johnson, Assistant University Archivist, for tolling the Sesquicentennial bell, marking the beginning of these Sesquicentennial commencement exercises. Good morning and welcome to the December 2017 commencement exercises of Morgan State University. We are very pleased to have all of you with us this morning to take part in these graduation exercises. We ask everyone to remain standing for the invocation, followed by the singing of Lift Every Voice, led by one of the magnificent soprano voices from the Morgan State University Choir, Miss Anitra McKinney. The invocation would then be offered by Reverend Dr. Bernard Kills, Dean of the Morgan State University Memorial Chapel. Dean Kills.
Will you pray with me? 150 years ago, remarkable years, seed planters gathered in the basement of the Sharp Street Methodist Episcopal Church to discern God's will for a newly freed people. They knocked, and God opened the door to the Seminary Biblical Institute. 150 years later, we have assembled in this esteemed academy to bear witness to the seeds of purpose, progress, and promise, seeds planted by founders in 1867. As you celebrate the finishing chapter in your matriculation, you too will add new footprints in the remarkable journey that has led to this very moment. Always open your minds and hearts and souls so your light will shine, illuminating a pathway to tomorrow, so that justice will indeed forever flow like streams of living water. May your spirit, O God, forever be upon these graduates. Help them to realize that neither their diplomas are both a reward for hard work and a clarion call to the burdens of others. We ask in the name of the Almighty God, who cares and loves for all. Amen.
Today, with these commencement exercises, Morgan State University brings to a close its Sesquicentennial celebration, its 150th anniversary celebration. I think that deserves a round of applause. For the past year, we have had a spectacular celebration of our achievements over the past 150 years. We have celebrated the purpose of our founding in 1867 as a small class of 9 students taught at Sharp Street Methodist Episcopal Church. We have celebrated the progress that we have made for a century and a half in meeting the evolving needs and ambitions of our community. And we have celebrated the great promise or potential that we hold today to grow the future and lead the world as Maryland's preeminent public urban research university. Yes, this year has been a remarkable celebration, and I thank all of those who contributed to it and who were a part of it. But I do want to particularly thank this morning Dr. Bernie Hollis, who has done a superb job chairing the Sesquicentennial Planning Committee. Let's give Dr. Hollis and the committee a round of applause for all of their great leadership this year. Thank you, Dr. Hollis. Today we celebrate our 142nd year of graduation ceremonies, our 5th winter commencement exercises, and the last Sesquicentennial graduating class of Morgan State University. We want you to know that you are joining us on a very special occasion, and that this graduating class is truly a historical one. Joining us today are several members of the Morgan State University Board of Regents, and I'll ask each one of them to stand as I introduce them. First of all, we have the Vice Chair of our board, Regent Reverend Dr. Francis Murphy Draper. Regent General Larry R. Ellis. Regent Dr. Linda J. Gilliam. Regent the Honorable Tracy L. Parker Warren. Regent Shalonda Stokes. Regent Penelope J. Taylor. Regent Dr. Marquise T. Walker. And Regent Winston A. Wilkinson. Please join me in giving a round of applause to the members of our governing board, the Morgan State University Board of Regents. And I'm now pleased to present to you Reverend Dr. Francis Murphy Draper, Vice Chair of the Morgan State University Board of Regents, who will bring greetings on behalf of the board. Vice Chair Draper.
Mr. President, my fellow regents, our distinguished senators from Maryland, Senators Ben Cardin and Chris Van Hollen, our commencement speaker, Lieutenant Governor Boyd Rutherford, other elected officials who may be with us this morning, our former presidents, Dr. King V. Cheek, Dr. Andrew Billingsley, and Dr. Earl S. Richardson, the graduating class of December 2017, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Well, if we get that kind of cheer for a good morning, I can't wait to see what you're going to do for the rest of these remarks. But on behalf of our chair, the Honorable Kwesi Mfume, who is out of the country today, it is my pleasure to bring greetings from the Morgan State University Board of Regents as we close another successful academic period and send forth yet another class of outstanding Morgan graduates. As you very well know, this is a very special class of Morgan graduates, the last sesquicentennial graduating class in the history of Morgan State University. As such, this class is an enduring symbol of 150 years of quality education offered by this institution, as the Centenary Biblical Institute, as Morgan College, as Morgan State College, and now as Morgan State University, a national treasure, and as President Wilson said, Maryland's preeminent public urban research university. That's right, and applause goes right there. Commencement is always a joyous time. For the graduating class, it's a time of great triumph, a time when, in spite of all the challenges that you might have faced over the last few years, you can look back and say that it was all worthwhile. The hard work, the sacrifice, the sleepless nights, the anxiety before examinations, and the never-ending deadlines for papers, as well as the excitement and pleasure of discovering more about the world around you, about yourselves, and about your great potential to succeed. This is the moment for which you have worked so hard and for which you have been anxiously awaiting, and the Board of Regents is excited to be a part of your celebration. Graduates, you may have come to the end of your studies here at Morgan, but we recognize that you're just beginning to fulfill your lifelong dreams and ambitions. We are confident that we have prepared you well to assume your rightful place in this global society and that you will be successful in all of your endeavors. So as you leave Fair Morgan, we join you in thanking those who have supported you along this journey, your professors and parents and grandparents and spouses, children, friends, and others, for they too deserve much of the credit for your success. Again, congratulations on your accomplishments, and may God continue to bless your success.
Thank you very much, Regent Draper. I listen almost every single month to our great soprano voice, Miss Anitra McKinney. And Miss McKinney, are you with us at this point? If so, I want to bring her forward so you can enjoy her wonderful rendition of Lift Every Voice. Please join me in welcoming Miss Anitra McKinney.
Lift every voice and sing till earth and heaven ring, ring with the harmonies of liberty. Let our rejoicing rise high as the listening skies. Let it resound loud as the rolling sea. Sing a song full of the faith that the dark past has taught us. Sing a song full of the hope that the present has brought us. Facing the rising sun of our new day begun, let us march on till victory is won. Stony the road we trod, bitter the chastening rod, felt in the days when hope unborn had died, yet with a steady beat have not our weary feet come to the place for which our fathers sighed. We have come over a way that with tears has been watered. We have come treading our path through the blood of the slaughtered. Out of our gloomy past, till now we stand at last, where the white gleam of our bright star is cast.
Thank you, Ms. McKinney. Ladies and gentlemen, during this Sesquicentennial celebration, I had the great pleasure of appointing, on the recommendation of the Sesquicentennial Celebration Committee, a Sesquicentennial Poet Laureate for our celebration. She is Dr. Ruth T. Sheffey, a 1947 graduate of Morgan State College. Now, in addition to being a very distinguished scholar and educator, and Zora Neale Hurston scholar in particular, Dr. Sheffy holds the record for being the longest continuously serving faculty member in the history of this institution. She served on our faculty from 1949 to her retirement in 2010, a record-setting 61 years. And so I am beyond pleased this morning to present to you Dr. Ruth T. Sheffy, Professor of English Emerita and the Sesquicentennial Poet Laureate, who will deliver the sesquicentennial poem that she has written specifically for this occasion. Please join me in welcoming our very own Dr. Sheffy.
Thank you, Dr. Wilson. Thank you, Dr. Wilson, and my student, Dr. Bernie Hollis, who has labored so hard in this sesquicentennial year. Good morning, Morgan State University family. I've used the rigor of the sonnet structure, which encourages a kind of poetic discipline, I think worthy of the celebration of Morgan State University's 150 arduous years of arduous and illustrious journey. The three elements, my dear friends, of our theme, purpose, progress, and promise, are challenging meditations, I think, on the visions of those under whom I studied and served. President Holmes, President Jenkins, President Cheek with us today, President Billingsley, President Richardson, and now President Wilson. Please view, my friends, these stanzas as a kind of modern riff, not only on past glories, but on the victories that you will yet bring to us. I believe that the sonnet's iambic pentameter, jam, appropriately hymns Morgan State University's meteoric rise to becoming declared a Carnegie I institution and a national historic treasure. We honor those things about our alma mater. Purpose. A time came when God set the captives free, when the dark night of ignorance had prevailed. The Methodists trained 9 youths for the ministry, who in God's work of winning souls travailed. Although the Jenkins goals held everywhere that what one thought or wrote or spoke was clear, these best and brightest students always knew that what each aspirant spoke was true. In 1921, a new stone entrance proclaimed that the love, the joy of small and great would always be for those who pass within this gate. 150 years later, in 5 stages created, Morgan's purpose, its progress, its promise, validated. Progress. In old Baltimore, where Conti Cullen walked, where Morgan tried in vain to stretch its stone sinews, where later in those same streets, Freddie Gray was stalked, the 70s forces of retreat came sadly into view. With courage resisting both despair and defeat, and valiantly always maintaining high worth, and bravely resolving to never retreat, Morgan gave a true university birth. The courage, all were urged to think of courage personally, the courage to stand and let oneself be heard when all around you stand silently as trees, when only the brave Morganite was heard. In later years, new self-empowered human skins made space for a great university to begin. And now, students, especially for you, the promise. I had promise, because this especially. I should have it here. Promise. Thank you. We're all set here. All right. For over 150 years, you have walked the Morgan Mile. Over 150 dreams held like fragile eggshells in your hands, worn as shawls, your moonlight and your sunrise, through your tears and through your smiles. You'll bring them all back to us as polished jewels to grace this hallowed land. Sustained by your leaders, your teachers, your peers, restrained by no inner fears of low worth. You are the purpose, the progress, the promise of our future years, and you are the hope to bring new glories to birth. Taught respect for opponents amid deepest discord, on compassionate discourse to seek. You are the hope as new rivers we ford, and Morgan's high standards we keep. You were our promise from the very first start, not only written on pages, dear friends, but etched on our hearts. Thank you for your patience.
Thank you very much, Dr. Sheffy, for that marvelous poem, which captures the spirit and the true essence of our Sesquicentennial celebration so very, very well. As always, you represent your alma mater at the pinnacle of excellence, and we thank you for your continued devotion to Morgan, even well beyond your retirement years. And so please join me once again in thanking Dr. Ruth Sheffy. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we are pleased to have with us this morning our two United States Senators from the great state of Maryland, U.S. Senator Ben Cardin and our junior Senator Chris Van Hollen. They will bring us a resolution from the United States Senate, which they introduced and had passed in honor of Morgan's Sesquicentennial celebration. Please join me in welcoming Senator Ben Cardin and Senator Van Hollen.
Dr. Wilson, first, congratulations, 150 years. President Wilson has done an incredible job here at Morgan, and we're very proud of his leadership. Now, there may be 100 United States senators, but only Chris Van Hollen and I can brag that we got Morgan State University. I want to congratulate Dr. Draper for her leadership here on the board. You have an incredible board, and I want to acknowledge my friend and former colleague, Congressman Kwesi Mfume, for his leadership here at Morgan. You have a great team, and we are very proud. A declared national treasure, that's Morgan. You have produced some of the great leaders of America, including our own Mayor Pugh, my former colleague Parren Mitchell, an incredible member of Congress, and the list goes on and on and on of the leadership. You have broken barriers. You are our urban university, and do we need you today? Congratulations to the graduates. We're going to put you right to work in helping our community. We got little challenges over there in Washington you may not have noticed. But we need your talent. Morgan, for 150 years, has broken barriers. You recognize that education is the great equalizer in America. I'm a proud product of the Baltimore City Public Schools, and I appreciate, you can give the Baltimore City Public Schools a round of applause. Those that are in our classroom providing the talent that will be here at Morgan someday. We want you to know how proud we are of what you've been able to do. I want to acknowledge all of the honorary degrees that are being given out today. It's great to be here with Lieutenant Governor Rutherford, one of our great leaders here in Maryland, and we congratulate him on his record of accomplishment. Senator Van Hollen and I are here to present a resolution that was passed by the United States Senate 100-0. We don't get a lot done 100-0 in Washington. Morgan, you brought the United States Senate together. But we do brag, Dr. Wilson, of what you've been able to do here at Morgan. This is an incredible record, and you're not done yet, as you know. Morgan's future is so bright because we need you. You've granted the most bachelor degrees in Maryland to African Americans, and we know that in the future you will continue to lead in higher education and in hope for our city, state, and nation. Congratulations. Let me give you Senator Van Hollen.
All right. Thank you, Senator Cardin. It is a great honor to join the Morgan State University family here for this very special occasion, honoring the 150th anniversary and celebrating the graduation of this great class. Congratulations to all of you and to your families. I'm very pleased to be here with Senator Cardin to, in a moment, present the resolution, which, as he said, passed 100-0 in the United States Senate, recognizing the storied and revered history of this great university. Lieutenant Governor Rutherford, it's always good to be with you. Thank you for your leadership. Let's give the Lieutenant Governor a round of applause. We try to work together as a state. To the chairman of the Board of Regents, Kwesi Mfume, I want to thank you for your stewardship here at the university and for your leadership throughout the country, and to all the regents, thank you for what you do for this university. And to your leader, President Wilson. Dr. Wilson, thank you for your leadership, your steady leadership, your inspired leadership. Many of you may not know, but just a little earlier this year, Dr. Wilson addressed the Democratic caucus in the United States Senate. He talked about the vital role that HBCUs play in our nation's education system, and he spoke very proudly about the achievements of Morgan State University, its faculty, and its students. And he made a really important point at a critical moment as the United States Senate is discussing our investments in higher education and the importance of making sure that we continue to make investments in Morgan State University and other HBCUs around the country. That is vital to the success of our education system. Thank you, Dr. Morgan, for your testimony. I apologize. I think of Morgan, I think of you. So I think we all recognize that with the diploma you're all receiving today, with the knowledge and the skills that you've gained, you're now in a position to follow your dreams and succeed on whatever path you choose. I think we also understand with that diploma comes a special obligation, an obligation to use your talents to make a positive difference in our community, in our country, and in our world. As Senator Cardin said, and all of you know, we are living through trying political times, and in times like this, every citizen has a responsibility to help shape our future in whatever ways you can, because the story of our country, of course, is the story of the struggle to live up to the promise of America, the promise of equal rights and equal justice and equal opportunity. And it's been a long struggle, and it continues to this day. We did see an important step forward where people showed up and turned out earlier this week in the state of Alabama as part of that ongoing struggle to try to make our country live up to that promise. And all of us have a calling to do that. We all know the prophetic statement of Dr. King, who said, "The arc of the moral universe may be long, but it bends towards justice." And all of us and all of you, now that you have this special charge from this special university, we all have an obligation to do our part in bending that arc a little faster and a little farther. Maryland has a history of people who have helped bend that arc, from Frederick Douglass to Harriet Tubman to the great Thurgood Marshall to Judge Bell, the Chief Judge of the Maryland Court of Appeals, who's a graduate here who, through Maryland case law, made important changes, and so many others in ways big and small. And so I'm very, very proud to join all of you as you begin the next step of your journey, and that you go out there and help bend that arc towards justice faster and further. God bless you. Go Bears. Congratulations.
Thanks again to our two U.S. Senators, Ben Cardin and Chris Van Hollen. Now, ladies and gentlemen, Morgan State University is very privileged and extremely honored this morning to have as our commencement speaker a distinguished citizen of the state and the nation who really needs no introduction. The Honorable Boyd K. Rutherford was sworn in as the 9th Lieutenant Governor of the state of Maryland on January 21, 2015. A resident of Columbia, Maryland, he earned his bachelor's degree in economics and political science at Howard University, and later took the master's degree in communication management and the law degree from the University of Southern California. With considerable legal and business experience to his credit, including service in business and government law, information technology sales, and small and minority business development, he has held a number of positions in public service. He was Secretary of the Maryland Department of General Services, Assistant Secretary of Administration for the United States Department of Agriculture, and prior to being elected our Lieutenant Governor, he was Associate Administrator of the United States General Services Administration. Indeed, he has devoted much of his career in public service to finding creative ways to save Maryland taxpayers millions of dollars, to increasing utilization of small businesses in government procurement, and to improving government efficiency. Today, he honors us by being the commencement speaker for our December 2017 graduating class. And so members of the class of December 2017, ladies and gentlemen, please join me in giving a warm Morgan welcome to our commencement speaker and our friend, the Honorable Lieutenant Governor Boyd K. Rutherford.
Well, good morning. Well, and thank you, Dr. Wilson, for that kind introduction. To the distinguished regents, deans, faculty members, alumni, and especially the members of the 2017 graduating class of Morgan State University, congratulations and good morning to you. It is truly an honor to be here to celebrate the academic accomplishments of the women and men that I see before me. I want to begin by applauding you, each of you, on your hard work and dedication to this proud university. All of that work has led you to this important moment in your lives. As Lieutenant Governor of this great state, I'm proud that Morgan, along with the other institutions of higher education in Maryland, are continuing to develop well-rounded leaders with a strong moral compass, and particularly here at Maryland, where you are also developing a great sense of justice, generosity, humility, as well as public service. I am also pleased that Morgan emphasizes the need for lifelong learning while preparing its students for opportunities in business, science, engineering, education, healthcare, the arts, and more. As Maryland's premier public urban research university now celebrates 150 years of excellence, Morgan will play a key role in carving out the future for our state. I'm pleased to see the progress that Dr. Wilson and the greater Morgan community have been able to achieve in helping Maryland's leading city and your neighboring communities, the state, to develop a new generation of innovators who are ready to tackle the challenges of the 21st century. The state of Maryland is very proud to partner with this great university in the many initiatives that you have. And I'll take a moment just to share one example. In September of this year, I was pleased to announce the state's financial support for the demolition and redevelopment of the nearby Northwood Shopping Center. And that center has a long and, in many cases, troubled history in this area. And what had become a rundown shopping center will soon become a thriving mixed-use town center, which it will serve the retail and commercial hub for the surrounding community and this university. This transformational project was almost shut down, but we brought together stakeholders, from Dr. Wilson, the ownership of the shopping center, their developer, the local elected officials, and community organizations to get it done, because we knew that this project was good for Morgan and good for the city. And what's good for Morgan and what's good for the city is good for the state of Maryland. And we look forward to finding additional ways that we can continue to work together towards a brighter future. But that's not what brings us here today. On this special occasion, I am here to sincerely applaud and congratulate our graduates on their hard work and dedication in their pursuit of knowledge and higher education. Now, it's been a few years since I graduated from college. I'm not going to give you the exact year, but Jimmy Carter was president, if you remember in your history classes. Gasoline was 86 cents a gallon. There was no ESPN. It had not been launched. Teachers turned revolutionary named Robert Mugabe became president of the newly named country of Zimbabwe. For those of you who remember, it used to be called Rhodesia. There was no internet, no personal computers, no cell phones. I know you said, heaven forbid, no cell phones. Maybe heaven forbid there were no cell phones. You know, that was the world that I came out of school in and had to enter into the full-time workforce. Now, society has changed a lot since then, but there's some things that never change. Just like you, I had to overcome obstacles that I faced and challenges growing up, but to some extent, for all of us, until we graduate from college, life generally follows a somewhat straight line. In your formative years, your life is often mapped out. School, classes, and tests, followed by more school, classes, and tests. And then you get to the next level, and there's school, classes, and tests. Then before you know it, it comes to an end. And then what is next? Now, some of you, and maybe many of you already know where you're going or what's going to happen. Work, graduate, professional school. But if you're like me, it was kind of unsure what was going to be the next step. And there are hundreds of different paths that you can take. And maybe many of you have already figured that out. But as you weigh the various options, regardless of no matter how prepared you think you are, it is understandably daunting. And I have some advice that I'd like to impart this morning. As you take the next big step, remember, you've been preparing for this. You are prepared for this. You're ready to move on. You're adults, at least somewhat, because if you're still on your parents' cell phone plan, you're not quite there yet. But you are Morgan State University graduates. Morgan has prepared you for what lies ahead. So don't be afraid of the future. Most of all, don't be afraid of failure. When I was in your place, I never considered elective office, let alone 5 years ago. After I left college, I started in business. I tried a career in banking. I found out pretty quickly I didn't like it. Now, those of you going into banking, it just wasn't for me. It was boring to me. I was not very good at it, probably because I felt it was boring. And I'd say at this point, I really failed at it. And then I moved on. I moved on to technology sales, which went quite well. I did fairly well there. And then several years of doing that, I decided on a couple of big things. One, to get married, and then the other, go to law school. Pretty much in that order. So I kind of like stress. But but I will say, getting married to my wife, Monica, was the best decision I ever made. And I'm not saying that just because she's here today with me, and she's been with me for 30 years, so I'm pleased with that. Now, it wasn't until my late 30s that I started to get somewhat involved in politics, first at the local level, then moving on to state and some national. And then in late 2013, I received a call from a friend asking me to meet for coffee to discuss something with serious political implications. Now, of course, I knew my friend Larry Hogan was going to run for governor. And so when I got off the phone, I turned to my wife, Monica, and I said, I hope it's not going to ask me to run for lieutenant governor with Larry Hogan. But after some convincing, I decided to go forward, and actually I enjoyed being on the campaign trail. And I know you're probably saying, after looking at all the stuff that goes on in Washington and national stuff, the presidential stuff, you're saying, really? You enjoyed that? But it was far different for us. I think perhaps because a lot of people didn't think we had a chance to win. And then, unlike Washington, we weren't crazy. But, you know, we had a lot of people that just didn't believe. I mean, even friends who thought we were, you know, out of our mind to be running. But we believed, and we weren't afraid to fail trying. And now, as they say, the rest is history. And I don't regret a single moment of it. But it just shows you, you don't know what the future has in store for you. And you never know when the future is staring you right in the face. When I was graduating from college, when I was pursuing a career in business and later in law, I couldn't see the big picture. There were peaks and valleys and frustrations along the way, and it was easy to miss how those pieces were coming together. But looking back at all the detours that I took, all the times I felt uncertain about the future, unsure about what I wanted to do with my life, they all led me right here. And I was preparing for those opportunities that I could not have imagined when I was in your shoes. So believe me, there are going to be opportunities out there that you just can't imagine at this time. And they will be there. To every one of today's graduates, you're going to experience your share of doubts and disappointment. It's inevitable. But I can tell you today that with the benefit of hindsight, I am incredibly thankful that in those times of uncertainty, I chose to follow my instincts. Instead of taking the easy path or the obvious path, I made my own. If you believe in something, and if you work hard and stay disciplined, you will succeed. But it will be the failures that you endure that will strengthen you and prepare you for something bigger that could be waiting right down the road. I would also encourage you to continue to prepare yourself. Never stop learning. Gain more knowledge and skill that will position you well for the opportunities that will come your way. Be inquisitive, search out the truth, and research all sides of the arguments. And finally, don't accept someone else's baggage. Don't let someone tell you how to think, how to force labels on you, and something that I've been rejecting all my adult life. Too often in life, people will try to box you in and force a label on you. But if you look at some of the most impactful individuals in history, you will see that these men and women went their own way and didn't just follow the crowd. They forged their own paths. Like Morganite and fellow Howardite, Zora Neale Hurston, Doctor, I think you appreciate that. And I didn't know that you were going to be here, but she once said, "I have the nerve to walk my own way, however hard, in my search for reality, rather than climb upon the rattling wagon of wishful illusions." Ms. Hurston rejected labels and refused to accept other folks' baggage. And let me share a personal story, and it's short. I don't think you'd mind. It's a little early for lunch. You're done with your finals. You don't really have any place to go, right? So you can spare another 25 minutes. No, it won't be that long. Many years ago, when I was in technology sales, I was doing technology sales, and a fellow salesman who was also black was relaying a story about a sales call that he had in a rural, mostly white area of California. I don't know how many of you have ever heard of Bakersfield, California. Bakersfield is a dusty, dry, oil and agricultural town about 115 miles east of Los Angeles. And he told me how he brought along one of our fellow one of the technical guys, a white guy, to put people at ease. And he turned to me and he said, "You know what I mean by that?" And I said, "No, I don't." Now, of course, I knew what he was talking about and what he meant. But my point was, as I explained to him, I don't walk into situations worrying about how someone else feels about me because of my race. If they have an issue, thank you. You know, if they have an issue with my race, that's their problem. That's not my problem. I was there to sell a service, a solution to their challenge, and if it wasn't good enough for them, then too bad for them. And I later realized that my educational experience in a historically black institution of higher learning gave me that kind of outlook. See, I was able to receive, just like you, my professional foundation in an environment where I could learn without the thought that someone was questioning my intellect because of my race. Now, I have to say, though, my statistics professor at Howard may have had some questions as I struggled through the class, but I don't think that was due to my race. I think that was due to I was having problems in statistics. So, and I saw the baggage again when I was in law school as one of 6 black first-year students in a class of 181. Some of my black classmates fretted about what others may have been thinking when they were called on to answer questions. And I told them, I said, "You can't worry about that." You know, more so, I said, those other students are just happy that they're not being called on. And you didn't see any of them volunteering to answer the question. You know, in most cases, they're thinking about what they're going to do after class. They're just glad they didn't know the answer and they were listening to your answer. You can't worry about that. And so this was all the baggage that these individuals were carrying with them, and it took away from their focus on their mission, be it making money as a salesperson or excelling in your studies when you're in graduate or professional school. So don't let folks get you off track. So I'll try to wrap it up. So I want you to remember a couple of things. 1, don't be afraid to fail. If you want something, go after it with all that you have. 2, continue to prepare yourself. Gain additional knowledge and skills to put you in a position for opportunities that you really can't imagine at this time, but those opportunities will come your way. And 3rd, cast aside labels and don't accept someone else's baggage. Congratulations again for reaching this point. If you take anything from my stories today, let it be that it's not where you start, it is where you finish. And lastly, please thank your families, your friends, and loved ones who helped you through this journey. I didn't necessarily mean right now, but that's okay. But thanks for the opportunity to speak to you this morning, and on behalf of an incredibly proud state, congratulations on your accomplishments and good luck to each of you as you prepare for your next chapters. Thank you again.
Lieutenant Governor Rutherford, on behalf of the class of December 2017, we thank you so very, very much for taking time from your busy schedule to deliver your inspiring and personal story to us today. And we want you to know that Morgan State University is a place to which you may always return, and you will always find yourself welcome on our campus. And so now we will have a musical selection by Miss Anitra McKinney again, and she is going to sing "Believe in Yourself" from The Wiz. Please, let's welcome again Miss McKinney.
If you believe within your heart, you'll know that no one can change the path that you must go. Believe how you feel and know you're right, because the time will come around when you will say it's yours. Believe that you can go home. Believe you can float on air. Just click your heels 3 times and believe, and you'll be there. Believe in yourself right from the start. Believe in the magic that's inside your heart. Believe all these things, not because I told you to. Just believe in yourself. If you believe in yourself, believe in yourself as I believe in you. If you believe within your heart, you'll know that no one can change the path that you must go. Believe how you feel and know you're right, because the time will come around and you will say it's yours. Believe that you can go home. Believe you can float on air. Just click your heels 3 times and believe, and you'll be there. Believe in yourself right from the start. You will have courage and you'll have the heart to believe all these things, not because I told you to. If you believe in yourself, if you believe in yourself, believe in yourself as I believe in you.
Thank you, Ms. McKinney. Believe in yourself, because we here at Morgan, we certainly believe in you, and you heard that from the Lieutenant Governor as well. You got to believe in yourself. And what a wonderful rendition of Believe in Yourself from The Wiz by Miss McKinney. And so now the honorary degrees will be conferred, and I call upon the Vice Chair of the Board of Regents, Dr. Draper.
Mr. President, the Board of Regents of Morgan State University hereby authorizes you to confer upon Lieutenant Governor Boyd K. Rutherford an honorary degree in recognition of his notable achievements.
Mr. President, the Honorable Boyd K. Rutherford has devoted his professional life to business and government law, information technology sales, small and minority business development, and public service. He served as Secretary of the Maryland Department of General Services under Governor Bob Ehrlich, was nominated by President George W. Bush, and confirmed unanimously by the U.S. Senate as Assistant Secretary for Administration for the Department of Agriculture, and was elected Lieutenant Governor of Maryland on the ticket with Governor Larry Hogan in 2014. He has had a distinguished career in public business and public service. Mr. President, for his outstanding achievements and extensive service to the citizens of Maryland and the nation, and for his fine example, I am pleased to present to you the Honorable Boyd K. Rutherford, Lieutenant Governor of the State of Maryland, to receive at your hands the degree Doctor of Public Service honoris causa.
Boyd K. Rutherford, by virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Regents of Morgan State University, I confer upon you the degree Doctor of Public Service with all the rights, privileges, duties, and responsibilities thereto appertaining. Congratulations. Ladies and gentlemen, since its founding in 1867, the institution that began as the Seminary Biblical Institute in 1867, which was renamed Morgan College in 1890, and then became Morgan State College in 1939, and then was elevated to Morgan State University in 1975, that institution has benefited from the leadership of 10 inaugurated presidents, beginning with the appointment of its first president in 1872. The leadership of the institution has changed hands only 9 times, with the terms of presidencies ranging from 3 years to 35 years. Despite the differences in tenure in office and the differences in the visions that guided those presidencies, Morgan State University would not be the institution that it is today without each and every one of those leaders. Morgan has in the past recognize the enormous contributions of 3 of those presidents by conferring upon them honorary degrees from the institution that they led. Today, during this closing ceremony of our Sesquicentennial celebration, Morgan will acknowledge and applaud the leadership of those presidents not yet honored by conferring upon them, 4 of them posthumously, the honorary doctorate. I call to the podium the Vice Chair of the Board of Regents, Dr. Draper.
Mr. President, the Board of Regents of Morgan State University hereby authorizes you to confer upon the first 4 presidents of this institution honorary degrees posthumously in recognition of their notable achievements.
Mr. President, Reverend John Emery Round was appointed the first president of the Centenary Biblical Institute in 1872 and served as president for 10 years. During his tenure, his progressive agenda witnessed the relocation of the Institute from Sharp Street Methodist Episcopal Church to 44 East Saratoga Street, and later to a new facility constructed at Edmondson and Fulton Avenues. It witnessed the appointment of the first African-American faculty members and board members, the admission of the first female students, the graduation of the Institute's first female student, and a proposal to expand the curriculum to include teacher, academic, and technical training for those not preparing for careers in the ministry. Reverend William Maslin Freisinger was appointed in 1882 as the second president of the Centenary Biblical Institute. He set the Institute during his 6 years as its leader on the path toward becoming a liberal arts college and reaching a level of attainment equal to the best educational institutions in the country. He developed the Institute's first evening school program in 1882 and established the Princess Anne Academy, located in Princess Anne, Maryland, now UMES, as a teacher training branch of the Centenary Biblical Institute in 1886. The Reverend Francis J. Wagner, the third president of the Centenary Biblical Institute, was appointed in 1888 and led the institution during a successful period of transition. During his brief 3-year tenure as president, he changed the mission of the Centenary Biblical Institute to become a degree-granting college. In 1890, therefore, he became the first president of Morgan College, with 2 extension programs, Princess Anne Academy and the Virginia Collegiate and Industrial Institute, established in Lynchburg, Virginia in 1893. Under President Wagner, Morgan awarded its first bachelor's degree in 1895. Dr. John Oakley Spencer was appointed the 4th president of the Institute in 1902, and serving as president until 1937, was the longest-serving president in the history of the institution. The first Morgan president with academic rather than theological training, he undertook a major campaign to build the campus and the academic program. Under his leadership, Morgan moved to its present location at Hillen Road and Cold Spring Lane, renovated and repurposed several existing structures, and through a number of successful fundraising campaigns, transformed the campus with the construction of 4 new buildings. He built the faculty with educators destined to become Morgan legends, and after a period of curriculum building, Morgan achieved its first professional accreditation by the Middle States Association in 1925. Mr. President, I am pleased to present to you Reverend John Emery Round, first president, Reverend William Maslin Freisinger, second president, Reverend Francis J. Wagner, third president, and Dr. John Oakley Spencer, 4th president of what is now Morgan State University, to receive at your hands posthumously the degree Doctor of Laws honoris causa.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Regents of Morgan State University, I confer upon Reverend John Emery Round, Reverend William Maslin Freisinger, Reverend Francis J. Wagner, and Dr. John Oakley Spencer posthumously the degree Doctor of Laws, with all the rights, privileges, duties, and responsibilities thereto appertaining. Congratulations to history. Congratulations to the first 4 presidents of what is now Morgan State University.
Mr. President, the Board of Regents of Morgan State University hereby authorizes you to confer upon Dr. King Virgil Cheek the honorary degree in recognition of his notable achievements.
Mr. President, Dr. King Virgil Cheek was appointed 7th President of Morgan State College in 1971, a position that he held until 1974. At age 33, he was the institution's youngest president. He joined the institution during its campaign for university status and began to restructure it to embrace that opportunity. During his tenure, he reorganized the university into 4 divisions and positioned it to be a more accessible and progressive urban university, a status that it was to achieve the year after his departure. He enhanced the offerings of Morgan State College by introducing innovative programs and curriculum changes that emphasized in-service continuing education opportunities, compensatory educational programs, credit through proficiency examination, early admissions for gifted students, co-op programs, a university without walls component, and increased research on urban problems. Since leaving Morgan in 1974, Dr. Cheek has been an educational leader at the Union of Experimenting Colleges and Universities, New York Institute of Technology, and New York College of Health Professions. He is currently Professor of Social Sciences at the New York Institute of Technology. He is the Chief Executive Officer of Quadra Media Group, Incorporated, and he is a licensed private investigator at ICI Incorporated, where he is Vice President and Senior Partner. Mr. President, for his significant contributions as President of Morgan State College, 1971 to 1974, I am pleased to present to you Dr. King Virgil Cheek, 7th President of Morgan State College, to receive at your hands the degree Doctor of Laws, honoris causa.
King Virgil Cheek, by virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Regents of Morgan State University, I confer upon you the degree Doctor of Laws with all the rights, privileges, duties, and responsibilities thereto appertaining. Congratulations, Dr. Cheek.
Mr. President, the Board of Regents of Morgan State University hereby authorizes you to confer upon Dr. Andrew Billingsley the honorary degree in recognition of his notable achievements.
Mr. President, Dr. Andrew Billingsley was appointed 8th President of Morgan State College in 1975. He occupies a unique position in the history of leadership at Morgan as the last president of Morgan State College and the first president of Morgan State University. When appointed to the presidency of Morgan State College in 1975, Dr. Billingsley, who was and today remains the nation's foremost authority on the African American family, intensified Morgan's campaign for university status, a battle that was won when Morgan was named Morgan State University in July of 1975. Under his leadership, Morgan restructured itself for university status, inaugurated 6 schools in the academic division, established 7 new master's degree programs, and Morgan's first doctoral program, which awarded its first doctorate of education degree in urban educational leadership in 1983. Since leaving Morgan in 1985, Dr. Billingsley has continued his work as a scholar and educator at a number of major universities, including the University of Maryland, College Park, the University of Ghana, and the University of South Carolina, where he is currently John and Eula May Cleveland Distinguished Professor of Afro-American Studies and Scholar in Residence. Mr. President, for his significant contributions as president of Morgan State University, 1975 to 1984, I'm pleased to present to you Dr. Andrew Billingsley, 8th President of Morgan State University, 8th President of Morgan and first President of Morgan State University, to receive at your hands the degree Doctor of Laws, honoris causa.
Andrew Billingsley. By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Regents of Morgan State University, I confer upon you the degree Doctor of Laws, with all the rights, privileges, duties, and responsibilities thereto appertaining. Congratulations, Dr. Billingsley. Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Earl S. Richardson was the 9th inaugurated president of Morgan State University, and he was the 2nd longest serving president in the history of the institution, having served as Morgan's leader for 26 years, from 1984 to 2010. During his tenure as president, Morgan's growth changed its Carnegie classification from a comprehensive university to a doctoral research university. Under President Richardson's leadership, the university introduced 38 new academic programs, including 14 doctoral programs, and it undertook a campus building expansion program during his tenure totaling $350 million and resulting in the renovation of 17 facilities on the campus and the construction of 12 new facilities. Dr. Richardson guided Morgan through a period of extraordinary growth and development, which many refer to as Morgan's Renaissance. Because Dr. Richardson received an honorary degree from Morgan in 2010, of course, we're unable to confer another honorary degree upon him this morning, but we do want you to join us in recognizing his outstanding stewardship of the institution and giving him a special Sesquicentennial salute. Congratulations to Dr. Richardson. We have just honored 150 years of history at this institution and all of the individuals and faculty and students and alums and others who have played a role in making that happen. And so I'm now pleased to present Dr. Gloria Gibson, our provost, who will recognize the seniors who are receiving honors. Provost Gibson.
Mr. President, I am pleased to present honors graduates as follows. Graduates, please stand as a group to be recognized according to the following categories. Cum laude with honors with a grade point average of 3.4 to 3.59. Please stand. Magna cum laude with high honor with grade point averages of 3.6 to 3.79. Please stand. And summa cum laude with the highest honor with grade point averages of 3.8 to 4.0. Please stand. These honorees are recognized by the blue and gold tassels and the gold honor cords that they wear, and their individual honors will be announced as they walk across the stage to receive their degrees. Mr. President, I am also pleased to announce the top honors in the class of December 2017. The highest ranking student in the class of December 2017 with a 3.96 cumulative average and 190 credits is Kirabo Nasiriko in electrical engineering. Congratulations. The second highest ranking student in the class of December 2017 with a cumulative average of 3.95 and 130 credits is William Collinsworth in construction management. Please stand. I now ask the following graduates to come to the platform. Esther Aribalala, Anthony Lovelace, Shay Harris, Dana Holland, Edward Leedy, and Joshua Payne.
As these students are making their way forward, let me just repeat their names. Esther Aribiola, Anthony Lovelace, Shay Harris, Dana Holland, Edward Leedy, and Joshua Payne. Since 1953, the president of Morgan State University has presented awards to outstanding members of the graduating class. The first of these awards is the President's Second Mile Award. It is presented to members of the graduating class who best exemplify the ideal of going the second mile and making a contribution to the enhancement of campus life at Morgan. The President's Second Mile Awards for December 2017 are presented to the following two students: Ms. Esther Aribiola in biology and Mr. Anthony Lovelace in accounting. Congratulations to Ms. Aribiola and Mr. Lovelace. Now, the second awards are the President's Creative Achievement Awards. And these awards are presented to members of the graduating class who have made an exceptional contribution of a creative nature. And this year's the President's Creative Achievement Awards for December 2017 are presented to 4 students, as you heard Provost Gibson indicate: Shay Harris in psychology, Dana Holland in electrical engineering, Edward Leedy in architecture and environmental design, and Joshua Payne in civil engineering. Please join me in congratulating Ms. Harris, Ms. Holland, Mr. Leedy, and Mr. Payne. I'm now pleased to present Lieutenant Colonel Willie Rodney, Professor of Military Science, who will announce the graduating ROTC cadet who has been commissioned as a second lieutenant in the United States Army. Lieutenant Colonel Rodney.
Mr. President, I am pleased to announce the graduating ROTC cadet commissioned in December 2017 as a second lieutenant in the United States Army. Second Lieutenant Reginald Rogers, Jr., Field Artillery.
Congratulations to Second Lieutenant Rogers, and we really appreciate your service to our country. I'm now pleased to announce that this year's December graduating class, in case you have not noticed, is the largest December graduating class in the history of the institution. During this Sesquicentennial celebration, this class is almost 500 students. And so I'm going to now call upon Provost Gloria Gibson to confer the degrees in the order in which they will be presented. Provost Gibson.
Mr. President, the candidates for degrees will be presented by the deans of the college and schools of the university as they appear in the order of exercises.
All candidates for the degree Doctor of Philosophy, please rise. All candidates for the degree Doctor of Education, please rise. All candidates for the degree Doctor of Engineering, please rise. All candidates for the degree Doctor of Public Health, please rise. Mr. President, I am honored to present the candidates who have qualified in all respects for the degrees Doctor of Philosophy, including our first PhD in Industrial and Computational Mathematics, Doctor of Education, Doctor of Engineering, and Doctor of Public Health.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Regents of Morgan State University, I now confer upon you en masse the degrees Doctor of Philosophy, Doctor of Education, Doctor of Engineering, and Doctor of Public Health, with all the rights, privileges, duties, and responsibilities thereto appertaining. Congratulations to all of our doctoral recipients.
Simone Renee Barrett, dissertation. We bring thee our laurels, whatever they may be. A concise history of Morgan State student-led protests. Candace A. Marshall, dissertation. Construction of pseudo-involutions in Riordan group. Benam Tabatabi, dissertation. Biotechnical approaches to enhance halotolerance and psychosynthetic efficacy in cyanobacterium for Meyelia depletion. Enoch N. Banyi, dissertation. Rapid assessment of biological and environmental samples in resource-limited settings using microwave-accelerated bioassay technique. Solomon Tadisi, dissertation, synthetic and natural probes for selective anion sensing. Olatunji Abdu Yasifu, dissertation, immunohistochemical protein quantation, establishing optimal conditions for linear changes in signal detection as a function of bound antibody and relationships between staining intensity, protein levels, and messenger RNA for tyrosine hydrolase within rat brain tissue sections. Turkese Demise, dissertation, Factors Affecting the Professional African American Woman's Domestic Violence Trajectories. Alisha Aliman, dissertation, Life Satisfaction Among Women of Color Entrepreneurs. Catherine Dolores Lloyd, dissertation, Racism and White Studies Experience at Predominantly White Institutions. Martin Ebayimi Dada, dissertation, African American Students' Assumptions about Blackness or Whiteness Explored in the Context of College Selection and Interpretive Analysis. Lori B. Budd, dissertation, the differences in first-year retention rates for adult and traditional community college students enrolled and not enrolled in learning communities. Kimberly Pugh, dissertation, Job Satisfaction of Adjunct Faculty in the Community College Classroom Environment. Scott C. Eckhart, dissertation, Social Media Use as a Third Place for Community College Students in Autism Spectrum Disorder. Chamaroke Osimu Uga, dissertation, Shared Governance Practices in Maryland Community Colleges. Tamara Wilkerson Diaz, dissertation, Nuestra Experiencia, the experiences of Latino students at community colleges in overcoming barriers to persist. Tisa L. Silva Canede, dissertation, the relationship between financial aid advising and community college student engagement. Joel Bratton, dissertation, the academic success of African American males at a Maryland community college. Trika S. Stark, dissertation, a statistical analysis examining the usability of community college online admissions applications. Monica T. Hutchins, dissertation, an examination of allied health student engagement among Maryland community colleges, an analysis using Q's student engagement theory. Katina Michelle Harris, dissertation, teachers' perceptions of the underrepresentation of African American students in gifted education programs. Elena Tanae Burton Douglas, dissertation, teacher preparation of the role of race and culture in special education referrals for African American males at an urban elementary middle school. Christy Michelle Merkel, dissertation, school administrators' leadership challenges implementing the Common Core state standards, initiative in schools with a majority African American student population a narrative inquiry. Seifa A. Gross, dissertation, local damage analysis of a prefabricated bridge deck panel-to-panel seam using aramid fiber reinforced polymer, AFRP, bars. Torrance T. Brown, dissertation, My Brother's Keeper, a presidential initiative designed to improve life outcomes for boys and young men of color, a case study to critically assess its implementation fidelity.
All candidates for the degree Master of Arts, please rise. All candidates for the degree Master of Arts in Teaching, please rise. All candidates for the degree Master of Business Administration, please rise. All candidates for the degree Master of City and Regional Planning, please rise. All candidates for the degree Master of Engineering, please rise. All candidates for the degree Master of Landscape Architecture, please rise. All candidates for the degree Master of Public Health, please rise. All candidates for the degree Master of Science, please rise. All candidates for the degree Master of Social Work, please rise. Mr. President, I am honored to present the candidates who have qualified in all respects for the degrees Master of Arts in Teaching, Master of Business Administration, Master of City and Regional Planning, Master of Engineering, Master of Landscape Architecture, Master of Public Health, Master of Science, and Master of Social Work.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Morgan State University Board of Regents, I now confer upon you in mass the master's degree according to the department and school in which you have qualified, with all the rights, privileges, duties, and responsibilities thereto appertaining. Congratulations to all of our master's graduates.
Jashawn Joseph Cooper. Angel Thompson. Glenn Roscoe. Musa B. Sakor. Aida I. T. Alaman. Fahad M. Ahatal. Abdullah M. Ali. Abdullah Rahman N. Asabi. Mohammed T. Alaharti. Rawan Naif Alatobi. Miriam Ibrahim Sakan. Nakia S. Wright. Bachel Mulaba. Gwendolyn M. England. Takia S. Robertson. Blessing Isimobi. Jasmine C. Edwards. Adiola O. Fanasamedi. Shana K. Anne Marie Scarlett. Andrew M. Hampton. Laura M. Bianca Pruitt. Mojid O. Bello. Tony O. Odita. Devin E. Gavin. Brent G. Reed. Jonathan M. Young. Rico A. Clark. Dwight D. Harris. Ann Wangu Jikuki. Rawa Alaminti. Hossein Pezikan. Carrie L. Springer. Shante C. Johnson. Allison K. Powell. Janae Epps. Marquis L. Johnson. Lanika L. Nijuku. Rochelle D. Hamilton. Alexis R. Beverly. Mark A. Bernard. Oluwole A. Aluku. Ashley Ngole. Nasser S. Al-Shari. Muhammad S. Udin. Tyra O. White. Bisola F. Kasim. Rachelle Y. Floyd. Kirian M. Viadlata. Chinwe J. Ihuma. Jamal A. Walters. Olelekan S. Asalu. Ibrahim A. Aka. Adayinka D. Abedungande. Donita Y. Neal. Lacey Inez Pleasance. Rola M. Derabishi. Guhanath Padel. Nawar D. Dafala G. Alatobi. Sarah A. Al-Hamadi. Khadija S. Marus. Lujan A. Asubail. Haifa A. Aldawood. Razan A. Al-Rawasa. Zira N. Al-Kahafi, Sujan Gimire, Anish Bandari, May Alarabadaharan, Amadi Alabaidan, Khalud A. Sharif, Hisab bin Libda,
all candidates. All candidates for the degrees Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Fine Arts, and Bachelor of Science in the James H. Gilliam Jr. College of Liberal Arts, please rise. Mr. President, I am pleased to present the candidates who have qualified in all respects for the degree Bachelor of Arts, the degree Bachelor of Fine Arts, and the degree Bachelor of Science in the James H. Gilliam Jr. College of Liberal Arts, with specification according to the departments in which they have qualified.
All candidates for the degree Bachelor of Science in the School of Architecture and Planning, please rise. Mr. President, I am pleased to present the candidates who have qualified in all respects for the degree Bachelor of Science in the School of Architecture and Planning, with specification according to the departments in which they have qualified.
All candidates for the degree Bachelor of Science in the Earl G. Graves School of Business and Management, please rise. Yeah. Mr. President, Mr. President, I'm pleased to present the candidates who have qualified in all respects for the degree Bachelor of Science in the School of Business and Management, with all specification according to the departments in which they've qualified.
All candidates for the degree Bachelor of Science in the School of Community Health and Policy, please rise.
Mr. President, I am pleased and proud to present the candidates who have qualified in all respects for the degree Bachelor of Science in the School of Community Health and Policy with specification according to the departments in which they have qualified.
All candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science in the School of Computer, Mathematical, Natural Sciences, please rise. Mr. President, I'm pleased to present the candidates who have qualified in all respects of for the degree of Bachelor of Science in the School of Computer, Mathematical, and Natural Sciences with specification according to the departments in which they have qualified.
All candidates for the degree Bachelor of Science in the School of Education and Urban Studies, please rise. Mr. President, I am pleased to present the candidates who have qualified in all respects for the degree Bachelor of Science in the School of Education and Urban Studies with specification according to the departments in which they have qualified.
All the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science in the Clarence J. Mitchell Jr. School of Engineering, please rise. Mr. President, I am pleased to present these forward-thinking candidates who have qualified in all respects for the degree of Bachelor of Science in the Clarence J. Mitchell Jr. School of Engineering with specification according to the departments in which they have qualified.
All candidates for the degrees Bachelor of Arts and Bachelor of Science in the School of Global Journalism and Communication, please rise. Mr. President, I am pleased to present the candidates who have qualified in all respects for the degrees Bachelor of Arts and Bachelor of Science in the School of Global Journalism and Communication with specification according to the departments in which they have qualified.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Morgan State University Board of Regents, I do hereby confer upon you in mass the bachelor's degree with all the rights, privileges, duties, and responsibilities thereto appertaining. Congratulations to all of you. Ladies and gentlemen, the class of December 2017. Please join me in giving them a hearty congratulations.
This is the James H. Gilliam Jr. College of Liberal Arts. Julian Williams, Lorenzo A. Moore, Barbara Annette Boston, Renee D. Brown, Rochelle Leah Robinson, Cayenne Garrett, Jasmine Devin Holmes, Dayron M. Allen, Marcia Marcis Sands, Grace Singa Ngolo, Adrian Watson, Nia Monet Jackson, Malka Raquel Bell, Ebony McQuarrie, Anitra Raquel McKinney, Fumike Wasilatu Lagoke, Michael Dwayne Johnson, Aaliyah Brown, Matthew T. McCoy, Rakia Tu Adaama Banguru, Jasmine Tucker, Josiane A. Lopez, summa cum laude, Erica M. Cole, Danye Pinkett, Charlene T. Prelo, summa cum laude. Double major, Abdullah Muhail Aswat, magna cum laude, and Abdullah Aswat, magna cum laude, double major. Dion D. Kane, Lena N. Coleman, Clark Bennett, Shamia T. Boone, Shay Christopher James Harris, cum laude, Brianna Nicole Dorsey, Destiny Monet Robinson, Namina E. Waters, Drew Lauren Hinton, Brandon K. Moore, Sita Berry, Sheena M. Hodgson, Desiree Kiara Foy, Kay Inman, Kai Inman, Jamal Malik Kimbrew, Jasmina Dukule, Shalina Carita Espinal, Michaela Janae Collins, magna cum laude, Jamira Perketa Foy, Shamira Rogers, summa cum laude, Victoria Marlene Prost, summa cum laude,
Shania Tiffany Summers, summa cum laude. Nira M. Muhammad. Sabrina Sampson. Regina LaShawn McCoy. Gianna Morse, cum laude. Tremera McKeemer, cum laude. Kelsey M. Burks. Sade Dickens. Chanel D. Thompson. Whitney Magula, summa cum laude. Jeremy Collins. Michelle J. Johnson. Marquand Stefan Russell. Stephen X. Bell. David C. Robertson. Enrique Kimo Brown. Danielle Rodriguez. Kern D. Wilson, cum laude. Tameru Morton. Zakia Z. Hammond. Denasia Watts. Oluwa Shea Un Esson. Wenisu Bakare.
This is the School of Architecture and Planning. Syed Safi Iqbal. Emerson Pinella. Mary Ann Seltzor. Edward Joseph Leedy, cum laude. Aya Marie Gadro. Ivan Stankoff, summa cum laude. Jeremiah Ekolja. Mandela Matthew Johnson. Ivy Camille Brown. Evan Rose. Dwayne Smith. Casey Leverne Council. Kyle Vieira Pedron. Theron Neal Thomas. Joanna Jenkins. Rachel Marissa Kane. Elena Patrice Gentles. Alexander Carl Price. Kiriana Sarah Viguera. Brian Chris Brown, cum laude. Love Smith. Heather Nicole Riley, magna cum laude. Devontae Malik Davis. This is the Earl G. Graves School of Business and Management. Reginald E. Rogers, Jr. Ariana Parks. Philip Gerard Green. Vanessa Johnson. Abdul Rahman Al-Zaban. Khalid Marie Al-Kwarni. Mohammed Alabad. Abdurrahmi Ali Al-Ahmadi. Ryan Ekjalvar.
Atif Tayyib, Faisal Bishai, Rakan Al-Zahrani, Mohammed Nasser Al-Anwami, Antoinette Michelle Fliggins, Gregory Shanes James II, Amavi Elise Goli, magna cum laude, Michael Brian McCormick, cum laude, Alyssa LeBeau, magna cum laude, Aliyah Ilana Atalyi, Aziz Murphy, Ayana J. Bell, Savannah Asha Babino, Rose Perling Tellington, summa cum laude, Andre Paul Savory, Raven Jones, Brianna Kiara Williams, Kiana Darling, Rashad Thompson, Carrie Octave, magna cum laude, Annalicia Archibald, cum laude, Tiffany Cooper, Ashan Williams Sr., Ari Parker, Christopher Daniel Spivey, Terrell Garner, Malik Rydell Hawkins, Naomi Deanna Roach, cum laude, Brianna Shade Peterson, Monique LaFavors, Michael Cheek, Rico Pena, Jonathan McKinney, Daniel Amusi, Wayne Anthony Mitchell Jr., Anthony Lovelace, Humad Altumatari, Abulaziz Al-Tabi, Mohammed Saeed Alizadeh, Abdullah Matran, Omar Al-Tabi, Saad Al-Tabi, Al-Abdiz Al-Magwaisa, Ali Akahakash, Salim Abdullah Al-Jarni, Misari Alagai, Destiny Baker, Kiana Chambliss, Sierra McNeil Bailey, Ameria Fields, Kelly Raven Edmonds, magna cum laude, Drumuti Tour, Vision Cooper, Jamal Britt, Sean Carter, Eric Alvis, Darius Beslow, Andre Castle, Onyx Johnson, Jonathan Rogers, Cheney Johnson, Sean Welch, Courtney Taylor, Brianna Adrienne Najee Johnson, Jamal Pace, Lene Milborn, Kafera Aziz Bradley, Cavante Ruiz Tampas, Yasmin Toy Beal, Melina Mahoney, Cahill Edwards, cum laude, Derek Lewis, Monique Winder, cum laude, Brittany Jones, Adiomola Ariolowo, Adaranki Adiokuna, Adiyembimpi Adesason, Michael Enego Bode, Adams David, Charles Jr. Barra, Ambula Akineleni, Ayu Improso La Akinyeme, Helen Ade Nokole Adu, Chanel Crook, summa cum laude, Christiana Asuji, Gregory Gist,
the School of Computer, Mathematical, and Natural Sciences, Jasmine C. Cooper, Tiana Marie Bird, Deja Washington, Ashley and Jeanette Williams, Sazim Bangura, Amanda Jeanette P. Martin, cum laude, Anita Marie Moyd, Alicia Denise Smith, Raquel L. Short, cum laude, Sudani Rose, Omatio O. Ogundele, Kiana R. Powell, Jennifer Sasali, Khalid Al-Ghamadi, cum laude, Sabin E. White, Christian Michael Young, Terrence C. Lugree, Omar Malik Mabin, Faris Khalid M. Nagati, Arit Obasa Nosa Igabor, Adeoye O. Oluwabi, Disrael Sylvester, Britasia S. Burns, Ruth Lorca Masse, Giovanni Boyce, Esther Ayumide Aribiola. Ashley N. Gady. Maasia Campbell. Kevin W. Antoine. Dondre Edwards Gray. Aisha M. Jaloy. Asiose Omoma. Ventura D. McLeod. Talia Reed. Biara D. Thomas. Sydney Rachel Lee Christian, cum laude. Jordan Pico. Willie Harden Gillis III. Dwayne Smith. Bruce Tyra Johnson Lee. Alexandria Brittany Bacon. Anthony Charles Ridley. Brandon John Shorts. Brandon Charles Bostic. Okechikuku Jedediah Anayotonewu. Chelsea Marie Jackson, cum laude. Christopher William Gilbert. Derek Lamar Robinson. Habib S. Bundy. Lamek Mumba Mukala, cum laude. Kamala Marie Myrick. Terry M. Rogers. Jacqueline Simone Alston. Janisa Elliott Scott. Novakundiko Nzigire. Malcolm Lamar Williams. Kimberly Nicole Forte, magna cum laude. Robin Celestine Brown, magna cum laude. Gina Privet. Kristen Marie Robinson, cum laude.
The School of Education and Urban Studies. Shanae Pascal. Kiya Rashan. Nigel Thompson. Mary Louise Lewis. Elizabeth Megesbu Gerbu. Daniela Olivia Williams. Irina Amini Viarlo. Kyra Alexis Davis. Travis Morgan Salazar. Carissa Janelle Weir. Jasmine Artensa Wilder. Kayla L. Beber. Tiana Lachey Howard. the Clarence M. Mitchell Jr. School of Engineering. Gazi Alotebi. Abdurrahman Abdusari. Muhammad Ibrahim Al-Harbi. Richard Allen Spears Jr. Damon Alexander Harvey. Danielle Irving. Erica Y. Schultz. Alimerde Akibinu. Raymond Edmonds III. Eric House Buckner. Gerard D. O'Neill. Delante Reynard Hankerson. Andre Lamont Miles. Penyeyi Wanzura. Catherine Vanessa Mejia. Tabisa Nelizio. Ahmed Samuzin, cum laude. Jeremiah Agbunleyo Esmuzi, summa cum laude. Julius Muagni, summa cum laude. Kibaru Inserico, summa cum laude. Alicia K. Ford. Obina Anyeka Akudo, cum laude. Lawrence Lee. Ahmed Mahmoud Azahani. Robert Woodrow Wilson. Damon Graham. Dwayne Arnold Graham. Abdullah Raja Al-Sali. Abdurrahman Amuteri, cum laude. Shahad Al-Damki, cum laude. Muhammad Al-Husseini, magna cum laude. Abdulaziz Areshidi. Ahmad Amuhelij, cum laude. Athbi Syed Alizemi, magna cum laude. Ali Sultan. Abdullah Alenezi. Rashid Hamad Ashamari. Abdurrahman Alutebi. Muhammad Naif Alotebi, cum laude. Nijo Mindley. Kenneth Michael Allen. Godswill Asalase Otono, cum laude. Cheboeze Christopher Okuderi. Muhammad Al-Masur. Mazen Allah Harif, summa cum laude. Dana Nicole Holland, magna cum laude. Nakia Ashley Johnson. Scott Davenport Smith. Dante Curtis. Ate Zamimi. Christopher Edward Ernest Johnson. Joshua Douglas Payne, magna cum laude. Donovan M. Lee, cum laude. Mark James Sainbush, magna magna cum laude. Ramil O. Hill. Rashad Miller. Wesley Beasley. Tyler Nicholas Summers, summa cum laude. Ibrahim Arashidi. Abdurrahman Mohana. Sultan Sahid Abalawi. Bader Akebi. Badi Akabli. Morshed Adusari. Mulugeta Tesfe, cum laude. Azari Fantahan Gezahen. Beruk Asfar Shafira, cum laude. Mahed Hilal Alamnazi. Abdurrahman Aharbi, cum laude. Sultan Ahadli, magna cum laude. Griffith Frank. Aloysius Samuel Ndillo. Ali Saud Al-Maki. Abdul Saeed Al-Quetani. Ibrahim Al-Jabrin. Nasser Mahood Azarani. Atman Azahani. Louis Answa Abu Ahmad, cum laude. Richard Aselfi. Robert Nawasmith. Jathan Al-Zabadin.
This is the School of Global Journalism and Communication. James McBride. Sharnisha Grande. Jasmine Hawes. Tremon Lucas. Obai Kabaya. Cornelius Campbell. Darnell Everett. Osafayo Adapaiba. Lauren Brunson. Petra Ann Dormond. Yatunde Okiola. Aquino Oluwapo. Aquino Olawapu James. Michael Dixon. Christopher Lewis. Ivy Harrington. Adrian Diane Lewis. Melissa Miracle McKinney. Ilea Turnage. Brianna Tillman. Double major Nathaniel Collins. Broadcast and integrated media production and public relations, advertising and media sales. Valentin Davis. Alicia Diaz.
The School of Community Health and Policy. Christiana O. Osigi and Gregory Geist.
Once again, a hearty congratulations to the December 2017 Sesquicentennial graduating class of Morgan State University. Congratulations to all of you. In keeping with the long-standing tradition here at Morgan, I'm happy now to present to you the president of the senior class, Ms. Michaela Scott, who will issue a salute to the graduates and to the university. Ms. Scott.
Good afternoon, Morganites, and welcome to all faculty, staff, distinguished guests, and family members. And above all, the class of 2017 graduates. Please give yourselves a round of applause. You all made it to the finish line. My name is Michaela Scott, Senior Class President for the 2017-2018 academic school year, and it is my pleasure to bring greetings on behalf of the Student Government Association for the 2017 December Commencement. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. once said, "If you can't fly, then run. If you can't run, then walk. If you can't walk, then crawl. But whatever you do, you have to keep moving forward." And graduates, you all have done just that. Please understand, your degree is not just yours. It belongs to your neighborhoods, ancestors, and to everyone that has supported you along your journey. You all serve as an inspiration to your families, your communities, and to your own individual ethnicities. Because of you, there will be one more sibling, cousin, and community member who is exposed to higher education and all the opportunities it can bring. We are all expecting great things from each and every one of you. We look forward to witnessing how each person sitting in this commencement today will decide to reach back and give back the same way they were supported. I know the road was not easy, but the pursuit of success never is. The journey may have been perilous, and you may have experienced obstacles along the way. Whether it was financially, personally, or in your academics, you all have reached a point of the journey where you've come so far up the mountain that you are able to see for miles in any direction. The wide variety of peaks and valleys will provide clarity as you embark upon your voyage after graduation. The best advice I've received during my matriculation at Morgan State University has been that there are 6 things about mountain climbing that no one has ever told you. The first one is that 1 in 4 climbers never come back from the mountain. Between exposure to the elements, dehydration, and hypothermia, there is no wonder that this statistic is so high. This is true as you embark upon the mountain of life. Everyone is not successful. Everyone cannot make it on the journey with you. And as you begin to climb, you will learn that your determination, motivation, and drive will be crucial in keeping your momentum alive during harsh conditions. Number 2, life-saving gear is expensive, but necessary. Investing in yourself is a requirement for surviving the climb. This is a season of grinding, of being uncomfortable, and stepping out on a limb in order to elevate. You must believe in yourself enough to make sure you are equipped with everything you will need to survive. Certifications, supplemental degrees, and training in other languages are all examples of investments that can take you a long way. Number 3, sometimes you will fall into hidden traps, but staying stuck, can you all say stay stuck? Is life-threatening. The same reigns true in life. There will be pitfalls and traps that you may not see coming. You might have a bad climb one day. That does not mean that you give up. Staying stagnant is deadly. Number 4, you will fall. Let me say that again. We will fall. Use your failures as a time of meditation and growth to gather yourself and figure out alternative solutions. There is no better feeling than falling, because then you truly learn how it feels to rise up. Number 5, you may be forced to sleep tentless on the mountainside. Sometimes, as the storm is coming, there is no time to seek familiar shelter. You may have to wait out the storm and be exposed to uncomfortable elements in order to achieve victory. Nothing worth having ever comes easy. So appreciate the hard times because they cultivate the best times. And lastly, number 6, the mountain is not done with you after the climb. Life, can someone say life? Is not done with you once the voyage is over. You may get some time to heal your wounds and rest, but the journey isn't over just because you have reached the top of the mountain. You leave a trail to make sure that others are able to accomplish the same journey. They may find their own path, but essentially, they will achieve success. In closing, keep your heads held high and never give up. You have made it to this day, and now it is time to get out into the real world and shine like the stars we know each and every one of you are. You are a Morganite. You have accomplished something that was not once afforded to us, an education. Now we have the power to grow the future and lead the world. Do not ever let the size of the mountain discourage you from your climb. Thank you again, and congratulations to the class of 2017. You did it.
Thank you very much, Ms. Scott, for your salute to the graduates of the class of December 2017 and your great pearls of wisdom. And so now we will bring forward Reverend Dr. Charles D. Fletcher, Jr., President of the Morgan State University Alumni Association, who will induct the 500 graduates who have just come across this stage into the National Alumni Association. And so please join me in welcoming Dr. Fletcher.
Good afternoon to the December 2017 Sesquicentennial graduating class. Would you please stand? I just have to get at least one selfie of this. Please repeat after me. I hereby solemnly pledge unbroken allegiance to alma mater in appreciation for opportunities for development afforded me as a student at Morgan State University. I pledge active membership in the National Alumni Association wherever I may be. Through association with fellow alumni, I shall ever do my best to uphold the ideals and traditions of alma mater. I pledge as a citizen to exemplify the high ideals thus implied, rendering positive service to community, state, and nation, and so to live as ever to bring honor and respect to alma mater. Congratulations, you are now members of the Morgan State Alumni Association. And I really do believe your first 2 years of dues are gratuitous. So now you can participate for real. Congratulations.
You may be seated. We are now coming to the end of our program, and we thank you for being with us today to join in Morgan's 4th December Commencement exercises and the closing ceremony of our Sesquicentennial celebration. We know that you share our pride in the ladies and gentlemen assembled here who have reached this milestone in their lives, and we know that you join us in wishing them much success in their careers and in their active studies. And so, just a few final words to the class of December 2017. We know here at Morgan that the last 4 or 5 years or so have absolutely tested your ability and your resolve to succeed in higher education. We know we have challenged you in every respect, and we have dared you to dream dreams, if you will, bigger than those that you had when you entered this institution. We know we have summoned each of you to reach for the stars, and then we have cautioned you that if indeed you reach that star, well, just your aspiration might not have been high enough. And so we have urged you to be committed. It's not just a trite phrase. To be committed to growing the future and leading the world, because the world is looking more and more like you, and you have to be in a position to lead it. And you have responded to our charge, and you have received your calling now to go out there and step onto that world stage. And we want you to step onto the world stage with Morgan pride, with remarkable vigor, and with Morgan enthusiasm, because this institution has prepared you well for whatever is around the corner. We are very proud of each of you, and we look forward to hearing of your success. And so when you leave us, we certainly don't want you to forget us. We want you to come back. This special place is your home. And please do not forget, as you climb higher and higher, as we know you will, on those ladders of success, don't forget to reach back, give back, in order to assist those students who will follow in your footsteps, the way students and graduates who have come before you have given whatever they could afford to give back to this institution to enable, I know, scores of you who've come across this stage, because I know you personally, to be able to have the financial wherewithal to stand here today and say, I'm a proud graduate of Morgan State University. And so give back. And it is the support of alumni like you that will enable whomever is standing here 150 years from now to say that Morgan has been able to thrive since 2017 because you gave back and you invested in its future. And so good luck as you leave us. Go out there and make us proud. And so now I would just like to note as I make my final comments that as the platform party today exits the arena, we will be led by the Morgan State University mace that was donated to the university by the General Alumni Association in 1956. We'll be led by this mace for the last time. We are retiring the mace to the university archives. The second mace leading us from the arena today will become the new mace of the university. In addition, today at this ceremony, we will retire the third mace, the Sesquicentennial mace, to the university archives as well, as we close the door on our 150th anniversary. And so I urge all of our guests to rise and remain standing until after the recessional leaves the Hill Field House. And a reminder to the graduates to please hand your completed diploma release forms to the ushers as you depart the arena in the recessional, and then doing so would trigger the automatic mailing of your diplomas to you in early January. And so I'm now going to bring back our soloist from the Morgan State University Choir, Ms. Fumi Lagoti, who will now lead us in the singing of the alma mater, after which we will have the benediction by Reverend Bernard Keels. Please join me in welcoming Fumi.
We love thee so try and so true, art at thy name filled with pride. We bring the allegiance, we pledge thee our faith, whatever the future may bring. We pledge thee our love, we pledge thee our faith, whatever the future may bring. And thus our devotion, fidelity to, and homage we pay as we sing. Fair Morgan, as onward thou quickly flown, unhonored the memory sweet. We bring thee our laurels, we pledge thee our faith, whatever the future may bring. We pledge thee our love, we pledge thee our faith, whatever the future may bring. And thus our devotion, fidelity to, and on it we pledge as we
I will tell you a secret. It is through our yesterdays that we gain insight into today and that blessed assurance of the certainty of our tomorrows. The ringing of the Sesquicentennial bell, we should never lose sight of the courage and the conviction of our founders. For they laid the brick of purpose, they planted the seed of progress, and believed in the vision of promise. Always remember the Seminary Biblical Institute, Morgan College, Morgan State College, and our beloved Morgan State University. Like our founders, may your faith never shrink when challenged. The ground from whence you have learned indeed is sacred ground, first plowed by one professor and 9 students. Over these 150 years, thousands who have taught and over 50,000 who have learned have put their hands to the plow. And as Dr. Wilson said, now it is your turn. The relay of purpose, promise, progress yet runs. The baton is being passed from the Sesquicentennial class of 2017 into the hearts, minds, and hands of those who stand at the ready. In the name of God we pray. Amen.